I'm predicting all the copyright claims today. It is loud in here. Alright, who knows where we are? Let's start off with that as I fire up chat activities. Got some interesting news. I mean, no, just something, what? Never mind. Yeah. Interesting news, interesting things. We got stuff to talk about. We got to talk, in case I forget, because I just got the email a little while ago. Remind me to circle back to auto-dubbing. And I'll tell you what auto-dubbing on YT is supposed to do. I'm so curious to see how they do with it. Alright, I guess I gotta jump on their Wi-Fi on my other phone. Sign in. Yeah. Alright, let me think of a good fake email address. Well, not a fake one. One of my like 800 bullshit ones. Let's see. Yeah, this one will do. Alright. Now we should be able to. Cannot be played in the background. I'm not playing it in the background, you jokers. Alright, there we go. Oh, I got hit with a commercial. What the actual F is that? A flame gun to stoke up your barbecue? Interesting. I guess. I don't know what the hell that is. Friggin' blow dryer. Still the connection's not great. As long as the streaming connection's good, I don't care. Is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna do the hellos momentarily. It's processing. Hold on. Come on, process already. Talking about the sign-in. Has anyone figured out where we are? Tom, man, you are sharp. Yes, the Venetian. I think I'm gonna be here a couple times next week because they're having got a convention I gotta deal with next week. I will be here. But we are at the Venetian. Remember the grody old food court? I mean, it wasn't grody, but it was just, rather average, run-of-the-mill. Well, this is their renovation of it. So it's pretty cool. Come on, complimentary Wi-Fi. I'll turn this around in a second. We'll take a quick tour in here, but they got the music freaking blasting in here. We haven't been to the Venetian or done any sort of walking around in here in probably 6 months, if not more. Alright, what the hell's going on here? I'm trying to log in. Please select state. Oh, that's probably what I did wrong. I didn't select the state. So now it's processing. Alright, there we go. Now I can see chat activities. Please wait while we log in. Connected. Alright, let me get over there. See what's what. Do all the hellos. Alright, we got 100 people. Let me like my video. Let me see Chatteroony here. Maria Ann with the pregame. 10 Bananaramas. Thank you very much. Yours for a happy Monday and a wonderful week. Thanks for being here and being so cool. Thank you very much. And Phil with the pregame, 3 Bananaramas. Phil, if you're still there, sometimes I know you log in earlier. Again, happy birthday and all the stuff we did for your last birthday, going downtown and all the things. It's all coming up in my feeds, which is kind of awesome. We had a blast last year. Now that I'm thinking of it too, like I've been complaining that I got out of the car, it was 110.1 when I got out of the vehicle, and it was about this last year. Last year was equally hot. It sucked. It sucked now. Mary Leathersfield, Janice, Jim Wolf. Tom Lars, Venus, Nancy, Sony. I want to get everyone. Paramom, paraglided her way on in. Sylvia, BK, Kevin H. Yes, I did. I got your email. I did have a very nice Father's Day, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Even if those of us who aren't fathers, still, we should get down. Get the whole breakfast in bed treatment, all the good stuff. You know what I think is weird? Like, I go through Facebook basically just for the Broad Nation Facebook group and for just keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on and news and that type of shit. But I see so many, like, I mean, you know, my mom was a single mom too, but she didn't try to hijack Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't like, well, I'm a dad too. Wish me happy Father's Day, because I'm like, I'm backfilling, dad. I saw so much of that on Facebook, and I was like, that's bullshit, you know? It really is. You can't backfill dad. I mean, if he ain't around or you made poor choices on who you knock boots with, that's on you. Don't try to hijack and say that you're a father and whatnot. That's just weird. Kyle, what's going on? Someone also said that during the last live stream at True Bar, they couldn't hear me over the background noise because I probably had the phone a little farther away than normal. But, you know, you don't want to see me. Do you want? I don't know. Maybe you do. See me like this? What up? And show my nose is clean. Yeah. We'll be a little cautious of that. I'm not putting on the mic. But that, again, that goes back to the auto dub activities. We'll talk about that in a minute. Captain Lope. Let's see who else. I want to get everyone. All the peoples. Sylvia, how are you? Yep, Great Scott at the new food court. We'll go take a look around. Anthony from Warrenton, what up? You're working out at the Venetian right now? You making some gains while you're here? That's cool. Dig the commitment. Matthew Thompson. Alright, let me see if I get this right. Michael Bowsley? Yeah, phonetically, I think I got that correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. John O, shout out. Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. It's 77 with a dew point of 67. I freaking wish. Teddy, how you doing? I wish it was like that. Oh my God, like I said, 110. Yesterday, it barely clipped 112. It was 111.7 was what I recorded as a high. It's just nasty. You're welcome, Tom. You know, I kind of dig going back to the 3-day. Got a little more time, doing a little better time management. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm going to sleep at a reasonable time. It took me so long, so long to get in the habit of going to bed before like 2. And I was getting up at 7, you know, for the past like 6 months. I'm still getting up at 7, between 6 and 7, but slowly but surely, I'm weaning myself off the late night activities. Like, I've been getting in bed on average between, I don't know, 11:30 and 12:30, which I guess that's normal, but it feels weird. It feels weird, but it feels good at the same time. Mr. Blue Eyes. Yeah, my eyes are also blue today. Thank you. I like when they look blue on camera. Oh, they got 100 peoples on. That is freaking awesome. Did I cover all the hello activities? I do believe I did. Alright, let me get over the old messages. Now, let me shut this down and refire it, because I did get one stupid commercial. We'll do a little walking around. Yeah, I'm trying to find the balance of, you know, work and rest and whatnot. You know, fun. Honestly, I find my work kind of fun. I don't really do fun per se, but I enjoy myself. I make a game out of life. You know, if I'm alive, I'm having fun with it. You know, like how, you know, I do dumb shit just to entertain myself. You know, what's the fastest shower I could possibly take? You know, and I try to break a record. You know, just dumb shit like that. You know, life is all about having fun. So while we're here, we might as well, instead of being doomy and gloomy. So let me see, today I'll be at the Venetian second week of December. Yeah, December is awesome. Arthur, 2 more days till Vegas for you guys. You're in Mesquite? Oh my God, yeah, you're at 113 already. You're going to 123 tomorrow. Yikes. Yeah, Mary, it's kind of fun getting to sleep. I mean, I do get up lately. Someone said there's something to it, that I got things on my mind. But I've been getting up anywhere from 3:25 to 3:35 every day. Every day I wake up, and it's not like, I gotta get up to pee and all that type of stuff. It's more of a product of, I don't know, I just wake up with no specific urgency to do anything. Sometimes I make coffee, sometimes, there'll be a little in the pot. I'll drink a little, 12-hour-old coffee, 9-hour-old coffee, whatever. And I'll sit up, I'll look at my email, to kind of gauge what the day is gonna afford me. And then I go back to bed for like 2 hours. It's beautiful. Like that second, like that round 2 sleep I'm getting in the habit of. But someone told me that getting up at 3 or 3:30 is like indicative of something. I don't know what, and I can care less. But yeah, I've always got something on my mind. Can you guys hear me? Is it bad or is it good? Everything's good? Yeah, do all the thumbs up and stuff. But yeah, life has been good. Oh, I'm on top messages. We don't want no top messages. Life has been good. A lot of stuff changing. A lot of stuff on the plate. I mean, it's interesting times. Interesting times. Sounds good? All right, good. Give it a 5. All right, good. I mean, okay, let's do a test real quick. All right, let's do a test. All right, I'm gonna slowly but surely back away to about right here. All right, how about now? Can you guys see it? Well, let me do a real test. How about from like right here? Sounds good still? I hope so. You know what I found in here? Other than Resorts World, there's the bathroom, where the heck is it? I always associate things with Buffalo machines. By the Bank of Buffalo machines that have been here since 2005. There's like the bathroom in the back by the Chinese restaurant over there. They actually have a bottle filler. I was like, holy shit, a bottle filler. You don't see those because they want you to pay $16. Oh, it's good for me, all right. For some reason, I don't feel like being on camera yet. Yikes. There's a video out somewhere of what? Me and Phil screwing around? That was fun though. We did the downtown thing. We remember that chick that was being followed and we kinda had to save her, the one that came out from underneath the tunnel and all that? Oh, look at that. What's popping up on the screen? Janice gifted 5 people memberships. I like that graphic. Let's see who got them. Let's see who got them some membership activities. Memberships are awesome. Thank you for that, Janice, and everyone thank Janice. Let's see who got one. It's a good color for me. Yeah, I try to lean into the blue. Ain't gonna lie. The only thing I haven't found so far yet is I want to get some blue footwear. I got blue suede shoes that I do have, but I don't have like. I haven't found a pair of blue Pumas that I like. Teddy got a membership, Kyle got a membership, Sony got a membership, Crypto got a membership, Belinda Marie got a membership. That's awesome. How you doing, Belinda Marie? And Crypto didn't say hellos before. That was interesting. BTC bopped on up to, it was trying to tap 109, had a correction down to 106. Kind of sweet. How much did blue suede shoes cost? I'm not gonna repeat your name, but I hear you. How much did they cost? I don't know. I bought them, where the heck did I buy them? I bought them at the Dillard's outlet. They were originally, I don't know, like 100 and something, and they had the Dillard's discount, and then they had this discount, that discount. If I paid $50 for them, it'd be a lot. I don't buy shit that ain't on sale. Like nothing. If I could avoid, I don't pay retail for anything. I'm a New Yorker. Screw paying retail. Turf and tabs. It's so fun to see kids everywhere in the casinos. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, a lot of people are like anti-kids. I'm not anti-kids per se, as long as as long as the parents have some type of control or whatever, they're just not letting them run all like buck wild, you know, running over your feet with you know, shop with their baby carriages and stuff like that. That becomes a little weird, but no, they weren't too bad. I mean, they were. I mean, they're not. I mean, they are. What are they? They're Kohan. You know, it's not. You know, they're not Ferragamo. They're Kohan, but Kohan makes a decent shoe. Dog and blue suede shoes. Teddy with the 2 banana ramas. Thank you very much. Nike Air Max 90s. I've never had Nikes. They just don't fit my feet well for some reason. I mean, someone was like, I was wearing a Nike tank top the other day, and someone was like, "Oh, nice woke shirt, bro." I'm like, you know, get a grip. Number one. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna burn it in effigy just to prove a point. I mean, I'm not buying any more of this stuff, but I got it. Where am I at? Let's see, I don't recognize it. You're basically the king of all Vegasness. I'm at the Venetian. I'll turn the camera around in a second, and you'll get all the looks. All right, matter of fact, let's turn the camera around. Let me get comfortable. Matter of fact, I need some water now. Let's do that. I could use an iced coffee too. I ain't spending like $45 for no iced coffee up in here. That's crazy talk. Water from home. Water. Hope they don't have no Legionnaires with them. Alright, so I'm gonna invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 2, sometimes 3 days a week. Get it on the sports channel. Super chat while I'm live. This is the grease that keeps the wheels rolling. I got the Cash App, I got the Venmo, I got links down there. Every little bit helps at least cover the parking. You know what I pulled in here? I didn't see a sign that said how much I have to pay. Isn't that, you know, it could be like $55. I don't freaking know. Like, last time I pulled in here, what was it, like 6 months ago, they had a sign, it was like 27, 30, 35, depending on what was going on. It's a convention, it's 35. They didn't even have an indication of what was what. So I hope they don't freaking surprise me. I'm pretty far right, never heard that. Yeah, you know, because I think the premise of the whole Nike thing is that, what's his name? That they use little adults, you know, like 12 years old, to make them. That's the whole premise of people's beef with Nike. I mean, that's been floating around for like 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know if that's accurate or not. You know, I haven't been down to China to find out, so I'm not gonna like buy into it and be like, you know. I like verifiable facts. I don't like being wrong about shit. Some people don't mind being wrong. Some people lean into being wrong. Like all those people who are running around like yesterday. Oh, you know what? We have to thank all the people. So all the people out there, I know most of my audience do not participate. All the people who are out there protesting and whatnot, yada, yada, yada. I gotta thank them. I have to thank you guys. I do. I really do have to thank you. But why, Bror Fredrik? Because you know what? I woke up today expecting, you know, I don't know what I was expecting today, but I woke up, I looked around, I put on the news, there was no kings. There still was no kings. So whatever they did yesterday, marching up and down and the tear gas and all that shit, it worked. We still don't have a king. There hasn't been one. One wasn't appointed. One wasn't installed. I didn't wake up to one. I didn't wake up to any grand proclamations with guys with freaking trumpets or nothing. So it worked. There's no kings. However, I thought it was rather kingly when we had to put the thing over our face and take the thing over here, and I lost my business thanks to kingly behavior. But since then, I haven't seen any kings. So thank you for everyone who went out there and made that statement that there should never be any, because there aren't any. There never will be any, and there hasn't been any, so good job. Yeah, dummies. Where do these people work? Like, I would have to take off to do that. Do you call in, like, sick or PTO or something when you have to go and, no, I get, well, they're getting paid. That's, duh, I forgot about that part. They all get paid. From that guy with the Sorinsky or something like that. Yeah, George Swarovski or whatever his name is. I think he's paying all them people, right? So yeah, I guess it is a job. I guess they do work. No problems with folks X7. Yeah, exactly. Andy, I don't have no problem. I mean, I'm all about the First Amendment. I mean, I'm all about it. And that means sometimes you have to listen to things you don't agree with. Shocker. You know? Are you supposed to agree with everything? Hell no. We'd never improve. We'd never have discourse. We'd never learn if you agreed with everything and everyone, you know? To be closed off to opinion would kind of suck. I'm not. I mean, I don't have, there's no wiggle room for me in ethics or morals. I'll say that, you know, if it's morally wrong or ethically wrong, we're not going to debate it. We're not going to agree to disagree. But if it's just, you know, you say the sky's, you know, pastel blue and I say it's aqua, who freaking gives a shit, you know? But don't be tearing stuff up, to your point. To your point. I looked for skunk scooters all over YT. What? It was in a live, if you're looking for the skunk scooter video, it was a live stream from, when was that, Phil? We did that like 2 years ago, probably almost 3 years ago at this point. That was a long time ago. Right? Exactly. I mean, I remember the Stern show. Now he's like, he's a shill at this point. Watanabe, be nice, 3, 1, 4. Yeah, they're professionals, you know? I mean, right now, okay. We all know what they're about. But let's see what else is. Did I miss anyone? Kingdom. I can go to Fontainebleau for one. Yeah, I mean, they're starting to drop prices here in town too, and some people are like, oh, it's the end of the world, you know. Their Caesars is doing, well, they made all their shows like $50 for 2 weeks, you know, even like Absence and some of those. You know, like every show you can go see for $50. You know, because it is dead. It is, the town is dead. I mean, besides the fact that it's 110 already, you know, there's nobody out. We'll see that in a minute. I mean, or they're all here, but driving-wise, it's easy. It's never been this easy to get around town. The last time it was this easy to get around town or around the strip was during the shutdown. Yeah. I don't know if they'll ever return to pre-shutdown pricing. I think $26 bottles of water on the nightstand in your Aria room is going to be the norm from now on, but we'll see. I just watched a dude. There's two groups of people. Young guy, maybe 20. The other group, there's a young girl, about 20 also, and the two groups split up. She walked up to him. He was right on the other side of the camera. Who is this dude? Trying to steal my thunder, bro? And she kind of put out her hand, like she said, they were saying goodbye, and he shook her hand and was like, all right, see ya. You know, she shook her hand like a dude. I was like, yeah, bye. Like, don't you get clues, bro? You know, that's when you're supposed to be like, hey, I'd love to see you later, you know, blah, blah, blah. He just shook her hand like a bro and split. That was awkward. And she's just like, has her face buried in the phone going like, I met this cute guy, but he was like a dick. that was like such a blown opportunity. Oh my God. Poor guy. Anyway, Big John, what's going on? Alright, look. Prices will only go up. Yeah, MGM has no off, but when it comes, they get 0 Fs. You know, they're like trying to make a hard right turn on a freaking container ship. You know, it just doesn't happen. Everything just takes so long. In corporations, that's a norm. Sales cycles, decision making, all that. So even hiring, you know, they can say, oh yeah, you know, you have like 17 interviews and then they give you the job and it still takes like 3 weeks to onboard you and stuff. You know, nothing moves fast in large corporations because everyone wants to keep their job. If everything happened fast in a corporation, you know, they would realize they're overstaffed. You know, I like lean, you know, that's how I like running a company. Lean, being able to just pivot, change, adapt, grow, you know, just get shit done. But, you know, once it gets embedded bureaucracy level, it just takes forever. You know, like the decision to raise the parking, lower the parking, that's like months. Months of frickin' Teams calls and meetings and bullshit. Just bullshit. Joe, Lord of the Rings, what up? Happy Father's Day. Not sure if you mentioned, but yep. FUF1 is coming back. Sad enough. We got snowbirds now in my town, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan is a snowbird place. And people, I mean, as far as allegiances go, Michigan people have such an allegiance to college. It's nuts. College sports, all the rest of that. I had a neighbor, you know, live down here. He's like, you know, he had like the Michigan, I don't follow sports. Michigan University, like the blue and the gold or whatever it was. I mean, he had the flag outside, homeowners associations constantly finding him. He's like, I don't care, you know. He'd walk around with the sweater and the hats and, you know, the whole thing. You know, you'd go in his house, it was like memorabilia and shrines and stuff. Yeah, people are loyal up there. Water. I've been needing some water. Oh, we should walk around. You ready to walk around a little bit? I think I'm ready to walk around a little bit. It's not easy to lower prices. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it depends. There's two theories. Like they say, start out high, you know, to give yourself room for discounts. You know, that would be. Let's walk. I agree, Jim. You know, that would be normal operating procedure, if not for Vegas. In Vegas, it's like taxes. You know, like even the taxes we pay now they were supposed to expire. You know, in 1917, when they initiated Big Blue, that's when they initiated income tax. That was just the one WW1 or Doughboys and whatnot, and it was supposed to be temporary. They were like, oh, after the end of the war, you know, oh, I said the word. You're not supposed to say the WAR word. Anyway, so yeah, that was supposed to go away. Like by 1921, we were supposed to go back to zero taxes again. Even here, there was a tax put on to our not homeowners insurance, into our property tax to fund police. And it was supposed to be temporary. They've renewed it for like the third time. I mean, I get it. We need cops. I get it. But, you know, once there's a tax, it ain't going away. There's no such thing as a temporary tax, and in Vegas, there's no such thing as a temporary rise in prices. You know, it would take something truly catastrophic for them to rethink what they're doing now, because it looks like too much of a capitulation. If they all went to free parking, you know, no, they're making millions and millions and millions a day. I mean, like I always say, they should go back to incremental parking. That would be, you know, it's going to hit their revenue. That'd be like somewhat of a capitulation, but better for everyone. But they don't give a shit about locals. And obviously, lately, they haven't been giving a shit about California people coming here. Because California people are not coming here because hence the light traffic and all that. Californians are like, eat a bag. You know? They got enough problems. They got enough problems over there. All right, real close to University of Michigan, the Buckeyes. Oh, that what that was? All my fans, downstaters. Need some new car. Oh, you hit a deer this morning, Alan? In the Dodge? Really? Wow. Is it like a total? Was it a big deer? Anything you could have ate? Wow, that sucks. What was that in the truck? I don't know. I got a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. He got a Rivian, and he freaking loves it. I mean, you know me. I'm not a huge fan of electric vehicles, but he says it's awesome. He says it's an awesome vehicle. You know, and there's a new one coming out that's like a mini SUV that's supposed to get like 40-something, no, not 40-something, it's supposed to get like 400-mile range and all this other stuff. And it starts at like, for a Rivian, it starts in the low 40s or something. But, I don't know. Oh, the SRT? It's a total. Gary M, what's happening? It's a total. Ugh. I heard the GMC Terrains are awesome. I had a Terrain. I mean, not a Terrain. I had a GMC. I love the GMC. I mean, I've also had Chevys, but GMC was just had a little more testosterone to it. Yeah, that is too bad. That sucks. Hit you a deer. All right, let me check. I'm going to stand up in a second. Let me check fan bundleization. We're good there. Let me get back over to all messages. Shut it down. Let me restart. I only got 2 commercials so far in a half an hour. I'll take it. I will accept that. Alright. I love mine. It runs great. Yeah, 2010. Drive that sucker till the wheels come off. I'm a big fan. I mean, I went, you know, in my younger days, I was one of those new car every 3 years because I leased everything from like the time I was, I don't know, early 20s to like early 30s. That's all I did was lease. You know, it was so cool having a new car all the time, but, you know, those days are over. Now I'm just keeping things. If I like a vehicle, I'm going to keep it. Oh, yeah, once the airbags deploy, yeah, that's sort of a Carfax faux pas for sure. They ain't gonna be down with that. So we might as well take a look around this place. Let me show you the outside, what they did. And then we'll walk back in. Alright, you ready to scope it out? So remember, this didn't have the arches. Are we on the super wide activities? No, we are not. Come on. Well, I still have the nice white car. No. Nope. So it's different. It was very plain and ordinary. I mean, it was fun. We had a lot of good live streams in there. They had the tables that you could move around and the outlets to plug into. I used to set up my laptop in here. It was fun. Now it's called the Viva Food Hall. The food hall. That's, you know, it's kitschy. Everyone's got to have a food hall. You know, it's a food court with expensive prices is the bottom line. Taqueria, the BS Taqueria. That's kind of an odd name. That's some BS. Oh, wait, hold everything. I see outlets. That is awesome. If I didn't see it plugged in, I never would have noticed that. Now I know where to come. Oh, they do?
Yeah. It's right here.
Oh, wow. Thank you. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Pleasure. How you doing? What are we talking about? The BS. The RS. Yeah, the RS is freaking sexy. Let's check the prices. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Alright, I might have to retract. Vegan, vegetarian. Alright, the most expensive thing there is a breakfast burrito for 16 bucks. That's not bad. I mean, you know, guacamole and chips, pico de gallo. That's really not that bad, honestly. I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and I eat it. Is that how that goes? They got the Modelo, of course. Oh, those are all corn. It's clean, relatively clean, considering the volume. They gotta sell a lot of food at 16 bucks a pop. Alright, what do we got here? Ivan ramen. Ivan. I didn't know Russians do ramen. Cool. Alright, let's check this out. Dun, 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 dun. They're averaging, well, that's not bad either. Their entrees are 20. It's not terrible. Truffle vegan. I really am not good with Japanese. Spicy miso. Alcoholics. Oh, they got a special menu for. Oh, well, you know what? Let's get off there. Let me get the. Yeah, that's better. Now you can actually see something. They have a special menu just for alcoholics. I've never seen that before. Special menu for alcoholics. Yikes. Oh, they got them too. No way. Look. They got the plugs too. I love it. I friggin' love it. What do we got going on back here? So I could do some work in here. What is this? Yes, chef. This isn't just hot chicken, it's history, howling. What are they talking about here? Can I have free food back here? And free cheese? No free cheese. How hot, country, mild, medium hot, extra hot, and howling hot. I don't like hot. I don't mind some heat, but iron sharpeneth iron. Take the shirt. What's up, guy?
Yes, we got a camera in the house.
Yeah, look at this guy. Speak up for your biz, man. What's up?
Thank you.
So what are you doing? Chicken?
This is
All the chickens.
Chicken, yes, sir. Absolutely. We're a franchise started in California.
Nice.
Chinatown was the first location on 2016, I believe. Chef Johnny Ray started this with his wife. They moved up. They did a second location on Pasadena. And now this is the third location. Right.
How long have you been open?
1 week, sir.
1 week?
This marks our 1 week. Man.
Congratulations. I'll be back when I don't have a camera in my hand. All right. Oh, I like the crush ice activities too. Russian blind pig. Nice. I'm trying to get a feel on prices here. All right, three tenders or 3 wings, 15 bucks. I mean, that ain't bad, I guess. All right. That was a warm welcome. It was all cool. The waving cattle is kind of freaks me out a little bit. No. All right. Let's sneak on over this way. And what food hall would be complete without a pizza joint? Let's scope it out. Yeah, we got to get the up close looks at the pizzas. Oh, no way. We got a video machine. Yeah, that. Video games. All right. Oh, they got a little pesto sauce going on over there. Oh, look at that pepperoni. Oh, that smells so good. That's actually looking pretty good. Ain't gonna lie. That smells good. I like that thin crust. That's beautiful. What is that, a pesto sauce on there? Nice. Look at that. I make a good pesto. I use the pinoles, everything. Alright, let's check out price activity. That ain't bad either. You know, versus like 20 bucks a slice everywhere else. I mean, even the specialty pizza, $9.50. I mean, still, you gotta eat me, I gotta eat 3. But vodka and pesto, the whole pie, that's not terrible. Alright. Garlic knots, 12 bucks. I don't know how much they give you. But I'm alright with it. Hello! Congratulations on your opening. Smells delicious.
It smells.
Yeah. I'll be. We'll be back. I gotta find out where they get that dough. Oh wow, those are some ovens. Look at that. Scientific ovens with freaking numbers and shit. Wow. Thank you. Oh, neat. Wow. I mean, they've been open a week. They're super freaking friendly. Everyone. Got some sitting downs. We can go back to wide. Hold on. Bam. There we go. What's over here? Thank you. Come again. That's what she said. Uh-oh. Boy George is going to give me a freaking claim. All right, what do we got over here? Timberwolf? Turkey and the wolf. Turkey and the wolf. You gotta have faith. Oh, $2 bills. Cool. All right, we can do this. Good. Congratulations on your opening.
Oh, I appreciate it. Can I get you a fried bologna sandwich?
Not quite yet. When my hands aren't filled, I'll be back, my friend.
All right.
Again, the fried bologna sandwich. Look at that. Bologna, mustard, potato chips, shredders, mayo, American cheese on toast. Okay, the prices aren't bad, but that better be big. I better have a lot of freaking bologna on it for 16 bucks. Make my own bologna sandwich for about 20 cents. But yeah, that's cool. All right, when we miss this dude, bata come la fuma. Oh wow. Wow, look at that piece of dough right there. Is this another pizza spot? What's going on here? Oh, look at this here. Salami, artichoke, some eggplant. Wow, that all sounds good. Yeah, I got the mozzarella, the basnagol, and the tomatoes for 17 bucks. All right, I can get down with that. It's all looking fresh too. Doesn't look grody. Oh, look at that big mortadella. I dig it. All right. Oh, we got espresso, cappuccino, Americano. Hello. If you serve coffee, you have a customer. What time are you open until?
Till 12 o'clock. Skies is open till 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And we're open until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
But for the weekends, this one open at 12. The Skies open late till 2 a.m.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, it's Lavazzo coffee. Even better. I'll see you later. All right, now we know we can get coffee over here. That's cool. These people actually give a shit about what they're doing. Have you noticed that? They're just like, this is awesome. Oh, got some free ketchup. All right, let's just sit for a second. Let's just do a quick little regroup here. Now it feels like I'm not used to walking around like we used to. Well, yeah. Come on. Everyone has a great attitude. They're all, happy to be working. They're all welcoming and friendly and joking around and stuff. I like that. All right, I just got to check one of my messages real quick. Bam, done. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Nothing new. I already know. Thank you. All right, let's get over here. But what I haven't tasted any of it. Smelled good. Place is clean. Affordable? Like there's nothing in there over $20 in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I liked it too, Janice. I thought that was kind of awesome. We're gonna go upstairs for a bit. It's kind of warm in here because of the grills and the kitchen and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get to hooking. Yeah, Lavazzo coffee is good. When I make it at home, it's best to, the Lavazzo, even if it's coffee, not espresso, but Lavazzo, I always make as espresso. It always comes out better. When the Lavazzo, you just put it in the I have a single cup with the, refillable thing, because I'm frugal. I ain't spending $4 for a little piece of plastic shit. I like to control my own brew. I like to mix half and half, a little Sumatran, on the bottom, a little this on. I do stuff. I ritualize. But Lavazzo, I always turn into espresso, even if it's not labeled as espresso. Yeah, it's reasonable prices. Where we at tonight? SJ Venetian. Came to check out the food hall. We're gonna walk around. How you doing, Kim? Alright, who else is here? I'm very surprised at the prices here. I thought we were gonna I thought I was gonna be shocked, but I'm not. Split a sandwich. Could you imagine telling grandma a fried bologna sandwich was $17? Yeah, imagine that. How many of you people have eaten? I still fry bologna. I've never outgrown my poor roots. I still, if I was eating bread, I would still eat a mayonnaise sandwich. Just is what it is. Mighty Bull, what's happening? Alright. Let me just check fan fundalization. Yeah, fan fundalization, that's what I know. Thomas, what's going on? You asked me a question. You put in the comments the other day if I still had the studio or not. Oh, and thank you for the ripe Canadian 14 Bananaramas. I do appreciate it. You're very welcome. Awesome meeting you. Hope we meet again. The studio, I have taken it down. My in-house, I love it. Not the whole thing. I condensed my studio into a small L-shaped desk, and I took down the soundproofing, and that's been a mission. The soundproofing, I put panels over the wall, adhered those to the wall with double stick tape, not frickin' 3M industrial. I got the shit from the dollar store. I thought that would come off easy. But when I went to take down those soundproof panels, I've been spending, I have knocked down finished walls, it sort of looks, it's got that, because it's a freaking desert, that's what they do. It's got that Santa Fe texture, but knocked down or whatever, and replicating that is, it's work. It took me an entire day to perfect a patch, and then they're so easy to, there's 40, 45 or 50 of them. And I'm blending it in and shining a light, because if you just spackle over it, there's a flat spot and everything else is texture. Textured walls are a frickin' nightmare. So yeah, I screwed up my walls. So it's been every single day, because I'm replicating the knockdown finish. So I'm watering down spackle, putting it on a sponge, and going like this, tick, 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 all over the wall. You gotta wait for the perfect time to dry. You give it one spray of water. You take a large frickin' trowel and you just lightly, ever so lightly touch it. And one false move, you F it up, you have to scrape it off, start all over again. It's been a lot of work. Anyway, so yeah, the studio, no. I mean, I still do it because I do a lot of teams and stuff like that. And, you know, if I had to do studio work, I still could. But I wanted to reclaim that room. I enjoyed doing all the studio things, but quite honestly, it was never the most popular thing I did. There's probably, 200 people watching now. If I did this in the studio, I could be saying the same exact thing and there'd be like 80 people on. You know, so the ROI on using up an entire bedroom of my house, you know, not so much. So I reclaimed it. It's turning back into, it's still an office, but it's an office slash, I don't believe in man cave, but office slash library. You know, I got 2 leather chairs and, you know, little table there. If you guys remember Tom Mack, who passed away, he gifted me an Arturo Fuente ashtray. That's like the centerpiece of the little round table with the 2 leather chairs. It's kind of set up like when I was a kid, when I was older too. I went to, out on Long Island, I went to the Roosevelt Mansion, and his shit was decked out. He wasn't into like, it was like man cave-ish, but not, you know. You know, he had like heads on the wall, but he had a smoking room. So it's like, half smoking room, half, you know, some extra people want to stay over, they probably could, even though I have a guest room, and part office slash studio. I just want to reclaim all that area. But that was the long answer, and I do appreciate the super chat activities. All goes for the parking. Yeah, Tom Mack was good people. I miss Tom. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Probably would have been easier to redo the whole wall just smooth. I mean, the amount of time, I cannot tell you the amount of time I spent. I mean, it's been going on almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks, but I'm almost like in obsession mode right now, you know, getting it right. But yeah, I probably should have just skimmed because I don't have to sand it, I wet sand. I should have skimmed that entire wall flat. You know, and it's kind of cool too because that specific room has doors. It has like French doors instead of one door, and they have frosted glass in them. So it's kind of cool, you know, lets the light through and whatever, lets the light out. The reason is it's in a hallway, and the hallway would be rather dark without it. So it does let in the light. It's a cool room. I want to start utilizing it as such. I mean, I do miss it, but like I said, it didn't gain the popularity that I thought it would. So it is what it is. Small batch chocolate. I actually ate a bunch of chocolate. I ate half a dark chocolate bar last night. It was freaking delicious. It was delicious. And I had some leftover strawberries. El Super had, you know, because it's summer and they get most of this direct from California. So they had a pound of strawberries for $1.99 and those, you know, press and seal packs, but they were giant strawberries. Still white on the inside, which is weird. That must be genetically modified. But, so I dipped them. I made like a ganache. I took a little almond milk, stuck it in a little Pyrex, the other half a bar of chocolate, melted it down, stirred it up, and it was freaking good. I could afford to do that because, you know, I don't need carbs the rest of the day. But I still got a little bit of a sweet tooth. Alright, where are we going? I don't want to go this way. Alright, I should be pointing at the ceiling, don't you think? We got beautiful strawberries in Michigan. I remember going with my grams strawberry picking out on the island. But strawberries used to be red on the inside. They used to be red. Now, if you cut a strawberry in half, it's white on the inside. And a little more firm. At least the ones that they send here. Smith's had a killer deal. 5 avocados for $5. Not that that's, you know, a great deal. But they were big. They were like big, full, mature ones. You know, ones that were like more than 4 tablespoons with a giant pit in it. You know, the ones in El Super, they have them, shit, sometimes like 4 for $1, but those mini ones. Speaking of Smiths, I gotta hit them up. I need some meat. I made the last chuck roast last night. I turned it into pot roast. I overcooked it a little bit. Kind of sucked some of the flavor out. You know, there's that tipping where it pulls apart with a fork, and a half hour past that, it just kind of dries out, even though it's soaking in its own juices. It's a weird phenomenon. But what I do with that is I'll pull it apart with 2 forks, and I'll smother it in buffalo wing sauce. I love beef with buffalo wing sauce. It's a thing. It's metal. It's metal. What up? It's kind of a cool Starbucks, to tell you the truth. You know, like Starbucks. Can I free cheese? No free cheese. Damn. Alright, so how are we going to cut across here to get where I want to go? Alright. Some wall. And I guess I'll have to do the claims after. The music is... This is the loudest casino in all of Vegas. It absolutely is. I did that whole video, which casino was... No, it was actually a short. Which is the loudest casino in Las Vegas? And by far it was the Venetian. Let's see. Let's DB test our eyes right now. Come on. Like the ambient sound in here is pretty loud. Look at that. Ambient is like in the mid 80s. That's pretty freaking loud. Any way you cut it. Alright, let's head upstairs, see what. I'll step outside for a second. I could tolerate outside for a few minutes because I've absorbed some air condition, even though it's a little warm in here. I'll just show you that it's dead. Yeah. Oh, Murray Bella, how you doing? I believe you're not in Circus. Circus. I would go to Circus and sit down and bullshit, because that's some real deal people watching. However, they have the worst. They don't have free Wi-Fi, number one, and that specific area is just terrible. Outside, I could probably get a connection. Inside, no, because there's actually steel and copper inside that building. Oofa, as my grandmother would have said. Oofa. Look, that doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's a product of the heat, but it's freaking dead. Look at this. Right. SF, considering your intelligence, engage in subject matter, you may want to explore charging a membership and giving a large number of people. Yeah, I appreciate the support. That I do appreciate that sentiment. I've been trying to figure out how to accomplish that for a while. I've always said, like if let me put my glasses on. If I could get, if everyone, if I get 200 people on, if people would be like, toss a guy 50 cents, it'd be $100, less taxes and whatever. But, it is what it is. I've always tried to figure out how to monetize. I think I have like 40 members or something like that. I do have to start, or I'm going to start, doing some members-only live streams now that I have the time to live stream. So, look forward to that. Maybe I'll lean into that a little more. Let's do some zoomage real quick. Look what's... as much as I don't want to do... Hold on. Ba-ba. What up, people? How you doing? You are welcome, Liz. Let's look at the Hard Rock. I mean, bear in mind that it's probably going to be 5 times that high. It's supposed to be 600 feet tall. 600 feet tall. 660 feet tall. That's going to, now looking at that thing, that is going to be huge. That's going to dominate the strip. It'll be taller than, I guess. Could someone Google how tall this tower is? How tall is the Venetian Tower? I'd be curious, just to get an idea of scale. But look at that. That's big. I thought it was going to be very thin, but it is not. It's not what I expected. I should go out in the morning, if I'm down here one morning, with the camera pole and peek over there. However, let's do some creeper zoom. It's 475. Thank you. I appreciate that, Venus. So yeah, it is going to be almost 200 feet taller than this. Wow. I mean, considering. Let's creeper zoom that. Yeah, it's going to be blurry with creeper zoom on. It's like a 12x. I'm very surprised. Fountain Blue is 7. Ooh, that's an interesting. That 737 Fontaine Bleu. Interesting. Oh, could someone Google if we're gonna do this? How big is this Mirage? How big is the building behind the building? That would really give us an idea of scale. Like, how big is the Mirage itself? I'd be curious about that. Look at this shit. Yeah, that is absolutely gonna dominate the strip. The skyline of the strip. How are they gonna do F1 in front here? Pretty well contained. The guitar at Hard Rock is only $475 only. It's 29 stories. How does that convert to feet? What is that, 12 feet per story or something to that effect? The Mirage is only... The Mirage... Alright, we're getting different... 550, 335. So it is. It's going to be tall and... Holy shit, that's going to be tall. Wow. You can check out how... Look at the Hard Rock. Yeah, I've been to the Hard Rock in Hollywood. So this one's gonna be almost 200 feet tall than that. Holy freaking cow. But you wanna see? Oh, no. I took my sunglasses off. They almost blew off the ledge. I caught them just in time. I would have had to climb over. Holy cow. Google misinformation activities. But look, there's like no one out. How you doing, Pathfinder? Uh-oh. Just getting married, I think. One of my neighbors I ran into, I don't really talk to them all that much because I don't really want to talk to them all that much, but she was like, "Oh my God!" We both said, "Oh my God" at the same time. Oh my God, and she beat me to it. She said, "Isn't it beautiful out?" And I was like, "I knew you were a psycho. I freaking knew it. I knew it." Because it was 111. Yeah, oh yeah, it's gorgeous. What great weather. I guess there are people who think that. What's going on over there? Wait, hold on. We need some more creeper zoom. Creeper zoom engaged. What the hell is that? And I was going to go, "Oh my God, it's disgusting out." And then she'd probably go like, "Oh, I know who you voted for." What is going on over there? Some VIP shit. Directors. Ooh, there's free food. We can get some free cheese over there. Free coffee. What do you got? Cheese over there? What do you got? Some croissants. Some bruschette. Some gabagool over there. What do they got? What are they doing over here? It's freaking 150 degrees. They're gonna make people sit out there for what? I don't get it. I don't want to go there. I don't get it. Yeah, it'd be a good day for a swim. Jump right in that water. I don't have a Speedo with me though. Yeah, they're setting up directors' chairs and shit. Cameras. What's tonight? Is something happening tonight that I don't know about? We're getting a private O Sola Mia concert. O Sola Mia. Yeah, they got musical stuff going on over there. Wait, wrong way. What is all that? Yeah, craft services. It's been windy all day. Like little, what do you call those little like cyclone dust tornadoes that just crop up in the desert? I've seen 2 of those already. One in the middle of the road. Dirt devil or some bullshit. But it's a you can see the palm trees swaying. But it's still, right now it says it's 107. So that means it's 109 or 10. Dust devils, yeah. Dirt devils is a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, maybe it is a wet. Who the hell's what's to get married in this stuff? You're doomed. Oh, probably my neighbor, the psycho. Isn't it beautiful, Al? Isn't this day gorgeous? I'm like, your dog is panting its brains out. You know? Go inside. Dirt. What up? How you doing? Alright, that's a view I was looking for. I wonder if you can book a reservation over there already. They say they're supposed to be done in 2027. I mean, that, holy shit. I'm just kind of floored by the sheer scale of it. I guess they're going to pour concrete and all that. They have to. Otherwise, the wind will blow that down. Looks like an erector set right now. But look at the traffic. Almost non-existent. Foot traffic, non-existent. Yeah, I think it's time to go inside. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, shut up. I think some people talk themselves into it. They're just like, I'm not going to be like Bror Fredrik and complain about it. I'll embrace it. get our asses inside. Enough of that heat shit. Once the air condition dissipates from my core, I'm done. Done. Oh, I need water. Hold on. I need some water. Oh, I did look at the ceiling. There you go.
Sorry, Jeff.
Shout out water. I actually broke down and ordered some full retail price liquid IV from Walmart. And at the last minute, like right before they delivered, it said, some of your items are not available. Click here to find out which. And it was my olive oil mayonnaise and the guava liquid IV. I was bummed. Alright, got some water on us. Let's continue walking. Damn, she had a lot of makeup on. Half her face ends up on the pillow. That's not good. Hey, yo, Rocky. When is Tulsa King coming back? I enjoyed that show. He was made for that role. Let's connect. Let's not say we did. I would say in here, it's probably like 75, 76. What I would call hot. I haven't got my first real electric bill yet. Can't wait. This place does smell nice. Nectar Life. Smitten Wolinski. Fuga de Chow. Oh, those are the ones that were walking downstairs. I recognize her banner. Sugar Boo Boo. I love my books from Sugar Boo Boo. My notepads, I still use them. Yacht Rock, Dockside. You're gonna knock me over? One of these days, I do want to try the Vietnamese coffee. Everyone says it's so awesome. Dazzle. I miss macaroons. Very suggestive looking macaroon. They probably did that on purpose. That place is always dead. How do they survive? Ain't a bad one. I like that leather jacket. It's kind of sharp. It's fitted. I've been trying to watch. I'm on the second episode of Mobland. I just saw that cane and it made me think of Pierce Bronson. He walked around with the shillelagh. I'm trying to get into it. I really am. It looks like an awesome show. However, you have to listen hard. You have to listen hard. With that show, I have to listen hard because of the accents. I don't know what British accent that is. I don't think it's Cockney, but I'm not sure what that accent is. But it's so it's so strong, it's almost like you need subtitles. Like, I understand what they're saying if I listen real closely. I don't like having to put, that much energy, burn that much calories to understand what's going on in a show. So I might have to bail on it. And if I put subtitles on there, then I'm not watching the show. So I don't know. If anyone knows what that accent is, it's so strong and thick. And I like Tom Hardy too. I like Tom Hardy a lot. I think my two favorite freaking guy actors are Tom Hardy and the dude from Walking Dead, who's also in The Accountant 2, plays the brother of Ben Affleck, whoever that dude is. I like the both of them. Oh, is that what's her name? I thought that was 7 of 9. That's interesting. The Gentleman. All right, I gotta check that out. Poker Face. I'll check that out too. Joe, Lord of the Rings. Let me pause for a second. I'm not used to being out of the loop on watching chat activities. Let's take a little pause here. Yeah, it's just it's hard to understand their accent. It's weird. Yeah, Tulsa King is, yeah. John, what's his name? John Bernthal? Yeah, I like that guy. I mean, he's playing a good character there. Hey, Bror Fredrik, any childhood happy memories hanging out with the fellas? Got more tutty stories? Peaky fucking blinders? And let me get a mic check. I don't really have any. I mean, I'll think of some childhood stories. I gotta be careful. I mean, most of my childhood stories are probably outside of the realm of conversation, per se. And probably, I'll think about it. But you did remind me of something, and thanks for the 5. You did remind me of circling back to Autodubbing. I got an email this afternoon, from YT, telling me that I'm part of a beta rollout. I saw the word beta, I'm like, I'm freaking alpha. I'm Alpha Sigma, shut up. But beta program for auto-dubbing my content. They said, it'll give you greater reach in your audience because we are going to, it's on by default. I can shut it off globally or on a video by video basis. And what it does is, using AI, it takes your voice and dubs it into different languages. And it's supposed to be my voice, supposedly. I don't know about that. Is it going to sound like me, but speaking French or Swahili or something? I don't know. Could they really somebody did that. Somebody tried to do some shenanigans and AI replicated my voice a while back. I thought it was pretty decent, actually. It's easier to replicate voice. Nah, not really. It sounded pretty close. Anyway, I'm curious to see how that pans out. I'd like to hear my voice speaking, Italian? French? What else? Old Norse. Yeah, I wonder if I could speak in Old Norse. Okay, in case you didn't know, Yow is yes in Old Norse and still in Icelandic. Yow. Yo, yow. It's not that many people. Yeah, and here French would be good. I did some voiceovers back in my radio show days. I leaned into that pretty good. But nowadays, my voice is considered... I did look into it when I started the YouTube channel. I did put it out, just for feeler purposes. I put it out on Fiverr and Upwork, a couple of voice samples, because I could change. I could, I can tone it up a little bit too. I can tone it down a lot. I can get very, very corporate. You know, I can do all the affectations and all that. I got decent control of my voice. But what I found out was that my voice in this era of, you know, man buns and people thinking mayonnaise is spicy is too harsh for what advertisers want. You know, it's too freaking, it's too something for their taste. That's what I found out. But back then, I used to be able to do all the commercials, you know, with all that stuff. I like doing it. I enjoyed doing it. It was like coming up with the perfect voicemail message, you know. Do like 15 takes till you finally freaking nail it and whatnot. A little bit frustrating, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun hearing my voice in a commercial, someone else's commercial. But nowadays it's considered, ew, toxic male. He's got too much testosterone. Shut up. You know, you have to be whiny now. Oh, let's see how the poker room is doing. Excuse me. Let's see how the poker room is doing. So Poker Face is a gotta see that. 21 million. Just like Bitcoin. 21 million. Poker room's fairly full. Hear that chip? Hear the chips being manipulated? Love it. Love it. I had to meet some people the other night over here, and they had some like finger foods and drinks at this place. Is this the place? Yeah, it is. I just kicked it for like a half hour, 45 minutes. I had to show up. Actually, I sat right there, the X-Pot. Yep, that's the one. And they took up this whole side, the side and the back. You should be buying Bitcoin. It's just not too late. It's a nice place. People in there were real nice too. You should be buying it. It's not too late. People are going to start like it seriously when it hits 150. Can you get one Bitcoin when it's 150? Yeah, I'm sure you could. Doesn't matter. Just do whatever you can to try to get to at least a 10th or a 25th of a Bitcoin at this point. That's generational wealth. Your great-grandchildren will never have to, you'll be like Rockefeller. They'll make a freaking bronze statue of you. My great-great-great-grandfather had a quarter of a Bitcoin, and people are going to be like, what? And they'll get kidnapped. A quarter of a Bitcoin will be worth like 700 million 3 generations from now. It's going to be nuts. Actually, at some point, they will stop. It'll decouple from the U.S. dollar because the U.S. dollar is done. It's freaking done. I was looking deeper into Trump's big, beautiful plan. It's as much as I, would like to say that everything's great and I love it, it's going to add 2-3 trillion to the deficit. We're going to be at 40 trillion if this thing passes, which is good because that'll be the death knell for the US dollar. I mean, you won't be able to buy Bitcoin soon because so many corporations and billionaires are buying the shit up. So yeah, buy what you can. $10 a day. Eliminate a habit. Skip one going out a week and buy Bitcoin.
Sounds perfect. Yes, I understand.
It'll 100x in our lifetime. 100x. So a quarter of a Bitcoin will be 2.5 million or more in our lifetime. And people are still like, oh, but it's a scam. Freaking dollar. the Fed is getting ready to print more as we speak. They're just like, turn on the printers. Do we still have that green ink? Yeah. Devaluing your whole lifestyle. Fiat currency, slavery money. XRP made a little bounce today. I'm still not convinced. They're talking a lot of stuff about XRP. I mean, it would suck if it hits $1,000 and we're sitting here looking at it at $2.32. Like, FXRP. You should hold a little of it. That's my opinion. ETH, not so much. ETH isn't going anywhere. In this man's opinion. What is that? Liam's Den? She said, sir. I like when women call me sir. It's hot. Den and Bubble Bar. Oh, you know what they had too? In the back of X-Pot, they have robots. They have robots in the back of X-Pot that pick up the dishes and all the rest of that. They had the X-Pot concept. All right, we sat in the front, but the whole concept is, it's like a, what do you call that? Like a Korean barbecue. You cook your own food. Follow your dreams. That's been canceled, and I don't get this. Oh, she's still buying into the thing over the face. What is this? Massage chairs. IV. These things are for sale. Interesting.
Rare books.
I went to last Korean barbecue I went to was in Astoria, Queens, by the Queens Center Mall. That was fun. Steve, hello, how you doing? There will have to be a better way to exchange money. There actually is. It's Bitcoin. It's the best way. I mean, if you do it on the Lightning Network, but people are not going to be starting to use their Bitcoin for transactional purposes. They'll probably start when it hits 1 million, because everyone's just buying and holding, buying and holding. I mean, it would suck to like spend $500 worth of your Bitcoin, knowing full well that $500 is going to be like 300,000 in a few years, you know. So that deters people from using it currently in any type of commerce. But once it hits 1 million, people would be more willing to part with a few sats. In the future, a Satoshi is going to be worth $1. Imagine that shit. That's not in our lifetime, but that's going to be nuts. That's why I say it's generational wealth. They're going to have Great-Grandpa Day. Great-Grandpa afforded me the lifestyle I currently have. He was freaking awesome. What time is it? 7:30, that's not too bad. California is developing their own Bitcoin laws, where they say if your Bitcoin remains idle on an exchange, the state's going to confiscate it, as if it was like surrendered, like if it was surrendered, like it was an abandoned account. So if you just sit there and hodl your Bitcoin on like Coinbase, California's gonna frickin' steal it. California should succeed. Let's get rid of that shit. Sorry to you people in California, but you know, I'll cross the border, come see you. But that's wacky. But if you're gonna get into it, you gotta self-custody. I don't trust none of these brokerages. Coinbase is so shady. Like, if you bought a Bitcoin, they would charge like 1,000. The spread would be 1,000. They have a 2,000 spread on their Bitcoin exchange. That's insane. So if the current price of Bitcoin is like 105, if you buy it on Bitcoin, you have to spend 106. That's wrong. And if you sell it, you have to sell it for like 103. They get you coming and going. Exchanges are the absolute worst. They're freaking ruthless. And you have to pay the exchange fees on top of that, not just the spread. So Bitcoin, you know, your Bitcoin has to make up another 2,000 before you're even if you buy it on an exchange. That's just dumb. But Bitcoin has been putting out some cool commercials. They put a commercial out that said, Coinbase. What was it? In 2020, the average cost of a home.
Oh, that's a nice camera.
To look at you. I see you. There you go. What were we talking about? Oh, the commercials to the fact that it would have cost you like 30 Bitcoin to buy this house. Nowadays, you could buy this house for 5 Bitcoin. You know, to show that the value is completely decoupled in inflationary terms. Anyway, enough of that. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, they've been married 50 years and she's still stopping him. We gotta go in here. Haven't I bought you enough stuff? We're 90. Oh, she's the older one over here. Wow. Soprano. It's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Slot Adventures. I buy Bitcoin with every paycheck. Nice. You're at point. Everyone likes to say 0 point. I eliminate the 0. 0.12. Good for you. Good for you. So that means you're sitting on about 14K right now. Sweet. It's going to be 1.4 mil. That's the way to do it, you know. Just do it a little at a time. It just doesn't matter. When it's at 200, I'll still be buying. When it's at 500,000, I'll still be buying. I can't buy as much, obviously, but it just doesn't matter. It's always going to go up. Buying all the dips, it's a thing of beauty. Even if it's $10, who cares? You got to think of it in terms of this $10 will one day be 10,000. This $10 will one day be 100. This, however conservative model you want to use. This $10 will one day be 1,000. That's how you have to look at it. Don't think it's like, oh, it's just $10. That's not going to be, no, just project it into the future. I spent $10 on a freaking coffee, put it on a Bitcoin. Part of a Bitcoin, some Satoshis. She's a child, dude. I don't think she wants to buy a timeshare. Yep, buy the dips. I mean, it was a nice one today. Like I said, it tapped 109, went down to 106. I mean, everyone should learn to read charts. Learn how to read charts, learn how to make support and resistance lines, and just, it'll tell you when the buy is in. How do I hold my Bitcoin? Cold storage. You know, I self-custody. I do not keep it. And I got a couple of different cold storage devices. I do not keep it on exchanges. How do you know where is safe to buy from? I mean, it's relatively safe to buy from just about anywhere. You can go to like Hodl, HODL. It's a peer-to-peer service where you can buy it, no KYC, no affiliation with them, but you can go there. It's safe. You can buy it on Cash App. Deposit there. Their spread is way less. Coinbase's spread is usually 1,000. Cash App is maybe 400 to 500 on the spread in either direction. That's no big deal, and all they charge, the transaction fee is like 2%. So Cash App's a great place. I wouldn't recommend Venmo because they KYC your ass out. You know, you got to send them like a driver's license, like you're buying freaking, ARs or something. How does someone buy Bitcoin? Like I said, you could start just messing around with Cash App. I mean, just start there, but get it off there like ASAP. Never let someone else hold your Bitcoin, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. I'll do, if you want, I'll get a little more in depth on it on Friday, or maybe, what's today, Monday? Maybe Wednesday we'll sit down and get into it. I don't want to I think you guys have showed enough interest where I talk about it, because I don't want to beat people over the head with it, but you'll thank me later. Yeah, Robinhood is another safe place, but do not hold it on a brokerage. Just do not. Do not. Cindy, how you doing? You getting a pedicure while listening to me? So you're getting all the senses, head to toe. You're getting some ASMR, and you're getting your feet rubbed. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, Southern Mary's going. I'm glad you guys are into it. I mean, you'll thank me later. Trust me. I mean, there's still people out there going, oh, it's a scam, and it's. What do you think $1 is? It's up to you guys, happy. Yeah. I have Coinbase, that's all I know. Yeah, I would not store anything on Coinbase because it's not yours, you know? They're rehypothecating it. If you understand the concept of rehypothecation. All right, I'll just give you a quick rundown. You know, and if they get some type of federal lawsuit and the assets are seized, I mean, it's not yours. You say you buy it on Coinbase and you leave it on Coinbase. Oh, but I have a password. So what? You know, I would not trust them. Rehypothecation is the following. Banks rehypothecate. Brokerages, Bitcoin brokerages, crypto brokerages rehypothecate. So what that means is, if you go to the bank, you give them $1,000. Do you think, and if you wrote your name on the back of every single $100 bill, all 10 of them, do you think you're getting it back? No. Do you think it's still there? It's not. They take 900. By law, they have to hold only 100. They have to hold 10% of your deposit in escrow, in an account. What do they do with the other 90%? Whether it's 900 or 9 million, they lend it. They lend it to people to buy houses. They lend it in business. They lend it in all sorts of things. Homes, credit cards, auto loans, and they make interest on your money. That's called rehypothecation. So, and then when they get a payment, someone pays their car payment of $1,000 for their brand new frickin' Hyundai or whatever it is, they take that money and rehypothecate it. So there's no money left. It's the same thing with the crypto brokerages. You buy it, it says you have it, but until you have it in your own wallet or the keys to the blockchain, it's not yours. They're selling it to 5 people at the same time. You think they're like, oh, let's put this aside in a piggy bank with Bror Fredrik's name on it? Hell no. People are buying the same chunks of Bitcoin, and when that whole freaking Ponzi scheme collapses, you're effed. So don't keep your shit. I mean, if you're actively trading, like there's a portion of my Bitcoin I actively trade. There's a portion of, you know, some other little things that I actively trade. Yeah, you gotta keep it on a brokerage. But other than that, don't keep your shit on a brokerage. Brokerage is not secure. Anyway, 106. Yeah, imagine if like the first time I heard about Bitcoin, I was like, it's a fucking scam. And some like hot chick real estate woman was trying to sell it to me over lunch after I took her pictures. And, well, get me into it. I don't know what benefit it was. Maybe she was just trying to orange pill me. And back then it was at 2,700, and then I heard about it again when it was like $5 grand. Imagine that shit. I would have, if I understood it, I would have bought it at 27. I would have bought it at $5 grand. I probably would have bought 5 of them. I'd be sitting on $500,000 right now. There is more outstanding debt than there is. Yeah, the M2 money supply has completely and utterly. I know a lot about finance. The M2 money supply is completely and utterly gone. It's bankrupt, you know. And it's this big beautiful thing now. The offset of the big beautiful tax plan that's going to add $4 trillion is, can we make it up in tariffs? Maybe we can, maybe we can't. It's sort of a gamble. Yeah, but the U.S. dollar is done. It's done. People just don't see it yet, but it's done. It's a scam when major countries, yeah, I don't like that it's gotten into the hands of, you know, governments and Michael Saylor. He's an asshole. Everyone's like, oh, he's the Christ. No, he's not. You know Michael Saylor's whole thing? He wants to be the Bitcoin bank. He wants to be a bank of Bitcoin. That's all. He's not doing it out of anything magnanimous. You know, it's a wicked plan that he has. He wants to corner the market on Bitcoin so he could sell, you know. He's like, oh, you should listen to him between the lines. You should trust banks because he wants to be one. No, not your coins, not your crypto. Bros, you heard about it when it was $400? See, the early people, anyone who hung on, like it went from like 700 down to 2. So if you had like 10, you had 7,000 and it went to 2,000. Did you hold? Did you sell? I mean, the early days were rough. I mean, okay, we experienced 108 down to 72, which was a 35% correction a couple of months ago. I held. I bought more. You know, $10 here, $5 there. Doesn't matter, but you early people, you saw those 60, 70, 80% corrections. But those days are over. That's the only thing I could say is good about having banks and countries buying it and having the ETFs. It stabilized the corrections, you know, and the consolidations. I see you. How you doing? Good. Anyway, what time is it? I'm gonna get going. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I got a ton of shit to do. I gotta go through some paperwork tomorrow. It's gonna make my head spin. So, all right, people, I'm gonna get going. Let me just check fan fundalization, make sure I didn't miss anyone. If anyone sent the Cash App or, I do appreciate it, and I'll find that out tonight because they're like a day behind on notifications. So, one last time, I'm gonna invite everyone to like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell button to get notified when I do scan facilities 3 times a week. So I'll see you guys in 46 hours. We'll sit down somewhere and chill. My feet are tired. I don't know where. We'll find someplace cool. And of course, Friday we'll be at a True Bar. If you happen to be in town, you'll know where to find me. And I love you guys. And do the links, do all the stuff. And on that note, Bror Fredrik.